Hi Shiny Lights. Demonic, evil. Ever heard that label put on somebody that just doesn't feel right? Ever labeled that person evil or demonic because there's an energy that you just don't mesh with, just don't get on with? Ever done it yourself or seen it? Gone, oh, there must be a spiritual reason they've got attachments, they're not as evolved as me. Is that true? Is it maybe just because they're lighting something up in us that we might want to look at, or we're not really willing to look at or be responsible for? Because guess what? There's no demonic entities either in this world or the next. They don't exist, but what does exist is a very, very human desire to label things that are uncomfortable as other. We've seen it in the world, it happens in the spiritual world too, and it's time to stop that. Labeling something as demonic or evil is just another way of not taking responsibility for our own stuff. And there's a great phrase for it: spiritual bypassing. Spiritual bypassing is where we'd rather give something a very spiritual term to avoid actually dealing with the messiness of spiritual growth, of personal growth, of actually looking a little deeper and going, well, that person irritates me. And you know, boy, do I have people that irritate me. And it's a time to go, what is it? Like it's nails on a chalkboard, like, oh, right? Because 10 to 1, it'll be something about them that's also in you. We don't really want to see it, you know? It's like they're holding a mirror up for us to go, oh, that's also me in a certain way. So rather than label them evil and demonic and then feel very, very, very righteous about yourself, go, take another look, because that's where the growth is. Those people are actually your teachers, right? The ones that really annoy you, they're your best teachers. You will find something in there and eventually you'll thank them. 4 or 5 years ago, I had a spiritual teacher that was really good for a while and then completely chucked me out. And sure, I probably deserved it. I was probably a bit of a dick, but the way it was done was really horrible. And I was very wounded for a long time. But boy, it taught me a lesson. It taught me about my own groups. It taught me about how I want to be. And it also taught me a bit of respect. I should have respected that person a little more. So while it was very difficult, and while I wanted to call that person all the names under the sun, it took me a while to actually get that lesson, learn that growth, and be able to share it with others. So spiritual bypassing, calling someone even narcissistic or demonic or evil, or they've got attachments, all that, let's look another layer under that. Let's look what's under there, because you know what's under there? It's going to be you. As awful as that sounds, it's going to be you. And that is the way to spiritual growth. If you want psychic ability, if you want to be able to read for others, if you want to connect to the unseen world, guess what? You got to do it through your own soul. And you're only going to be as good as how well you know your own self, how well you understand your good bits and your not so good bits, and embrace them. How are you going to front up for somebody if you can't front up for yourself? So all of those things go into that big umbrella called spiritual growth, personal development. That's where the secret is. If you want more of the psychic goodies, go there first. That's where the gems are. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please do subscribe. I'd love to see you in the next video. Ciao. It's all about doing a video on a good hair day, I swear.